Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world. We're back to continue our playthrough of XCom 2 War of the Chosen, featuring the amazing Long War of the Chosen mod. And last time we managed to somehow hold our own on the retaliation against the Chosen Hunter that showed up on that one also. I think we only lost a couple Haven personnel also. And I'm feeling okay. Now it's time to get back in the flow and get some more missions going. First thing we're going to do is go down to that mission in South Africa that we kind of skipped in lieu of the retaliation coming up. And I want to get infiltrated on that because it has an amazingly good timer on it. And we're probably going to have to sacrifice the mission over in New Australia because for some reason when I planned on doing that one, I thought we'd at that point maybe have a little extra intel to boost, but was sitting at 19 intel. I don't have the intel to boost, even though we would have gotten intel in return. I'm not going to take on that one probably because I think the enemy count will be just a little too challenging at this point in the playthrough, especially since I think it's a subway mission and I don't like extra enemies on those subway missions. They're challenging enough with the weird angles already presented there. So anyway, let's get down on the map. Let's get our mission infiltrated. Let's cancel the other mission, and then let's get our Haven advisors back in that we took out temporarily to help us with or become available for the retaliation. So that's what's on the plate right away here. Alright, so the first thing is South Africa. Let's get you infiltrated. It should still be a good timer. And yes, it is. 8 days, 17 hours. And this one, fortunately, we're going to be canceling an intel package very similar to this over in New Australia. But we got this one back, and this one's extremely light, and we will be able to infiltrate this one. So we're going to confirm this. And something to keep in mind, Savage is the Sitrep. Intel suggests a high concentration of beast-alike enemies at this mission site. So I'm assuming at this force level that we're at these days, we're probably looking at mutons and snakes for the most part. I don't think there's a lot of other beast-like things that we have to face too much at this level so far. So that's my expectation. We'll have to make sure we gear for some shredding, especially if we got a lot of mutons to face. So let's get down there.
Setting course for Sector 13, South Africa.
And let's pick out a team here in just a moment.
Commander, it would appear the aliens have sent a particularly nasty group of creatures into this area. It seems even Advent can barely control them. I would strongly advise caution.
Does that mean we can expect to face something a level higher than what the force level would indicate? I don't know if that means anything worse can happen. Hopefully it's only those kinds of beasts which are so far active. But we'll be right back. We're going to pause right here. I'll pick out the team and then we'll introduce them and get them infiltrated. Alright, here's the team we're taking out on this one. About the only thing I can probably be critiqued on because I'm doubting myself. I only have one laser weapon on this particular team. What I do have is shredding capabilities with my Grenadier. We're loaded up for shredding capabilities here. We do have AP ammo for our sniper, and then the others, in case there's close combat coming on with snakes or mutons trying to get close to us. With Nikolai's promotion here, you'll see that'll protect him against, or give him extra protection against melee attacks, and when we have the combatives with our gunner. So hopefully all that put together will be okay. We did give a PCS chip to Geordi LaForge. It helps him if he's at a height elevation with a little extra aim and a little reduction to the enemy's dodge. So since he has both of those, shoot from high, death from above, and whatever the other one is called that gives him extra aim from high ground, that kind of goes all together with what he's got. So Nikolai, we have a quick little promotion to give you first of all, and the one, as you could tell from what I was talking about, Blade Storm. It's hard to pass this one up for a shinobi. There is Shadow Strike, and there is Low Profile, which when they get stuck out in awkward positions is not necessarily a bad thing either, but Blade Storm is just my default pick here, unless I'm going for some special build. The other thing we did is we gave Nikolai Carpethia, we kind of stripped down our infirmary to make sure everybody had the good ablative, so hopefully we have some staying power on the battlefield. We do have some med kits, and the ionic axe is out here, and that's overall, that's pretty much it. So we got this team ready to go. Nikolai Carpethia bond mated with Worf, the Iceman. Garth DeAngelis, Sully is along with his bondmate Geordi LaForge, a Visor, and he does have that one bad perk though, where he's afraid to miss a shot. So we gotta hopefully give him good shots on this one. Oh, there it is, damn good ground. I couldn't remember the name of it, but it's right there in front of my eyes. We did bring a technical for some more boom shredding power on this one. I just have that fear of the need for shredding power on this team, and that's what I focused on more than the laser weapons, to be quite honest, and that's why. And then we have a low level, since we could afford to take 6. I might have even been able to squeeze one more soldier in there, but we'll go with Jane Kelly here as our gunner. So that's the team. Let's get infiltrated. And there we go. And this is New Australia. This is the one. I'm not going to go down into the subways with a team of, I believe, 5. Even though it's a very good team, I'm not going down with a team of 5 with that kind of enemy count. Not interested. I don't like subways to begin with, and with extra enemies, I really don't like the subway. So we're going to abort this one, and it'll give us a good team for the next mission that we do find that has a nice timer.
Setting course for Sector 2. Australia. Sky Ranger deployed.
They're all here. We'll be home in a jiffy.
Okay, and since we're here in New Australia, we're just going to, first of all, get everybody in the Haven onto Intel. Since we got a new recruit over here. And then before we get going, I want to get, we're going to take a quick pause. Once again.
It's always exciting when someone defies expectations. And you've certainly done a good job at that.
Commander, we currently have no new supplies coming in. We'll need to seek out new means of replenishing our resources.
Yeah, we're definitely low on resources. What I'll do is pause while I get our resistance management under control, because right now we only have a Haven Advisor in New Brazil, and we need to fill up the other 4 slots. So rather than have you watch me going through our whole roster again to fill up these slots, I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll just let you know who we chose when I come back. And then we'll get back out of the map and start searching for some more missions. Okay, we're back. We'll take a quick run through just so you know who's where. We got Drummix here as our Haven Advisor in New Chile. I just made sure that everybody I put in here, and that's why I didn't want you to waste your time watching me, that they all had basic armor, basic guns, not necessarily laser or anything like that, but they would be useful if they get pulled into some kind of battle as the Haven Advisor. So we have Guinan over here in West Africa, followed up by Jake Teardrinker Solomon over in South Africa, and then finally New Australia is occupied as an advisor with Reginald Broccoli Barkley. And let's get back out there now and get ourselves searching for our next missions.
Our actions have succeeded, and the elders grow fearful.
Okay, so what did we do on this one? Vanquishers of the Dawn, I can't even remember because it was so long ago since we set this thing up. Our shared pursuit has revealed information about a hidden stronghold inside the area. Oh, so we've been going after the Hunter. So we gained our first level of vision on where the Hunter is located. So that's what we started with that last covert action. So we succeeded, and we have increased cohesion between these two.
Our recent action has led to the discovery of new information about the Elders Chosen.
Alright. Good job.
We are bound by a common enemy, and together we grow strong.
Alright, so faction influence has been increased on this one, so that's good.
If there are orders you would have us follow, Commander, tell us what must be done.
So we have a new resistance order received. The tech defense of all enemies and hacked targets is lowered by 20. That could come in handy at times, so we'll accept it. Let's see about a new covert action that we can get going here, perhaps.
Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
So we need to get up to tech sergeant for the next level there. So let's see if there's anything else here. 58 supplies is much needed. Much needed. Loot, not, well, you know. So I think supplies is where we're going on this one. We'll take a look at who we might be able to send out on this one. Let's see who's available. And sometimes we have some at the bottom. No, we don't. Let's see who we want to send out potentially. We got a lot of sergeants, so we might be able to afford a couple to take out on this one. Let's see. Do we stick with the same two, Sebastian? He did so well on this last one. And maybe we do have Jojo Betzler, although I may be a little bit limited on specialists, so that I don't want to send him out. And I'm nervous about going too low in abilities here. And I have a specialist in Toshi. I'm a little tight on specialists right now. We have one infield. We have one as a Haven advisor, though. Two as a Haven advisor. So no, I do not feel pinched. So we will continue with the same team that was successful before. Failure chance 2%. Chance of ambush 25%. So there you go. There's our team going out to try and get us some much needed supplies right now. It'll take us 6 days, so let's get it going.
Our order is clear, and we will obey it.
Alright, let's get some searching going for some future missions here. Contact South Africa now available for recruitment. So we got a new rookie according to that. So hey, if you want a character, it's not too late. We may just have a rookie available for you. I think we may have a couple choices available in there to get named for y'all. Let's see where this one is. We're back in South Africa, and I did not think this one would be doable over here because we're not active over here. In fact, just to give you an idea, we do have everybody in intel. We have 4 hiding, so we need to fix that. If we're going to do intel, we might as well get everybody in intel. There we go. And what we're looking at, strength is still 2, so we can still keep searching just in case we can squeeze it in. Once the strength starts getting above 3, I tend to back off a little bit. Oh, I didn't need to go back out. I wanted to go back to New Australia and continue scanning. Alright, let's keep looking. And we're over into our new area. 6 days, 3 hours. Sabotage. Yeah, do we really want to get... Is this something I really need to do? But we are trying to pull some activity out of South America, New Chile. So is this one way to do it, perhaps? We get some intel from it. It's kind of a useless one where we sabotage an Advent monument. Usually skippable, but we got 6 days. We can probably squeeze in at least a team of 5, which is doable in this area. Let's take a look at a team we can take out.
Setting course for
Can always
Sector
change
11,
our
West
mind.
Africa.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll be right back as we pick out the team, and we'll review who we're taking out on this one. All right, as expected, we have a 5-man team going out here on Operation Demon Shield. Led off, well, we actually have a leader on this one, and Ray Q8, you're along as our sharpshooter. We don't have a lot of extras to give you. We don't even have the best ablative armor to give you. We're running out just a little bit. But we're going to get some good intel from this if we are successful. Hopefully draw a little attention away from New Chile, so at some point we can move forward on capturing that area. I don't think there's anything really special here. We do have 3 laser weapons going out: the scatter ray, laser cannon, and laser rifle. The others are conventional. And do I have any med kits? I think I probably want to equip a med kit just because, so we have one. I would hate to get stuck without even one on the team. So let's take a look. I think we're good. We're ready to infiltrate and get this thing going. We just have 2 promotions to pop out of the way real quick. We're going to give you, these are easy because they're low-level promotions. I know exactly what we're going to do. We could go snapshot, but as an officer, I'd rather keep you back and less vital to move and shoot up front. We're going to go death from above. And Toshi, you got our first level promotion for a specialist, and we're going with revival protocol. We've talked in the past about combat is definitely useful in many circumstances, but as we saw in that last episode, I even forgot to use my revival protocol, which would have made a huge bit of difference having my assault available with his full abilities. So it's an important one that somehow I forgot to use, but I'm not going to let that stop me from taking it. Alright, so we're ready to go. Let's start this infiltration.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
And since we're here, rather than flying to New Australia, strength vigilance level 1, we'll just keep scanning right here too. The strength level is okay, the vigilance is okay right now, although it's going to pop up with that monument mission. Got a new target. Where's this one? Now we go back to New Australia. 6 days. We can get a 5-man team out on this one for a light mission. Operation Northern Rain. Resource cache. Extract Advent. So it's a smash and grab is what it is. Let's take a look, and I'm interested in getting this one going. A team of 5. I would prefer maybe a team of 6. We'll see if we can squeeze one in there.
Setting course for the Australian sector.
Counterintelligence sweep has expired, that dark event, so that's good news for us. Alright, so we will be right back once I pick out the team that we're going to be taking out. May dip into the Haven Manager team and do some switches there to get the right team that I want for this. But this is the one that's coming up. We'll be right back. Okay, and here's our team now going out on Operation Northern Rain. We have Dinbart Gravedigger along. Well, Skirmisher, he can potentially grapple to make up for his... He's the slowest guy in the team. Well, other than our technical, which you would expect to be our slowest guy on the team. Went mostly for speed on this one. We took Beverly Dancing Duck Crusher out of her haven, and rather than bring the second bond mate team along of Wesley Crusher and William #1 Riker as a sharpshooter, he didn't have the speed, so we substituted Beverly Crusher. So this is the team. We do have one bond team here that can help with movement if we need it to get to a crate, to unmark a crate. So we're playing with speed because this is the concealed start kind of smash and grab where we have to mark crates and deal with things that way. So I think we're ready to get out on this one. Not a lot of extras brought along. No med kits because we do have a specialist who has the ability to heal with her gremlin. So we're just keeping it as light as possible to keep ourselves as mobile as possible. And in case you didn't notice, we all have laser weapons. So we do pack a little punch along with that speed. Let's get this infiltration going.
Sky Ranger deploy.
Squad green to deploy.
Okay, what we'll do is we'll just keep scanning right here in New Australia. Strength is 1, vigilance is 1, so it's a good place to go. And plus, everybody is on intel here right now. And let me just make a quick peek around. With one thing I got to point out is I am aware of the newest update, which I'm not playing. There's a new button right here, a new icon right here on the UI that allows you to get right into your haven management, so you don't have to be popping back and forth, which I had to do on this one. It's just a nice quality of life enhancement. I can't wait till we finish this playthrough and we can get to the most recent update eventually, because there's some nice little things that they're doing definitely on this mod. But I thought I'd mention that in passing, because I felt the frustration of, especially when I got to go in and get somebody out of a haven that I want to take along on a mission. We're just going to keep scanning until we get a mission, so we can have something to go or do on this particular episode. So let's get it going. And Clancy Chief Wiggums has finished his officer training, so we'll see. We'll have to remember to do some officer training after we get our mission done too, and see if we have somebody new that's appropriate to get in there. And air patrols. Alien craft hinder the Avengers intelligence gathering. So exactly what that means. Does that mean that that's the spaceship that chases us now? Or does that mean that we just got less intel per turn because they're out patrolling? I guess we'll find out. And we finished our power coil here. Let's get down in here. We don't need to look here. We do want to eventually build the Scilab, which I believe runs 150 credits. So supply-wise, we are hurting. We got to build up our supplies. One way we can do that is start excavating our alien machinery here, and that's where we're gonna put our idle engineers. Get them going. That'll give us 56 more supplies, 1/3 of the way of what we're gonna need, and along with some alloys. Okay, that's 23 days away though. Definitely want to get that Scilab as my next building, but I'm also interested in the training center. And I got to decide, training center or infirmary next, because we're taking some injuries, but at the same time we've got some bond mate cohesion things that we would love to upgrade so they can do more than just help each other move. So there's definitely a lot that we want to do, and we don't have the resources to do it. Plus mag weapons in a few days, 5 days have become available. There's even more to spend money on. So yikes. And we got Q is back out of the infirmary. New target, let's see what we're looking at. 9 days on this one. It's a smash and grab. This is the other kind of smash and grab, probably. Yeah, because it's the revealed start. And that's 9 days to get this one going. So I think what we'll do... I don't really have a full team. This is the one I definitely want a team of 6 to go out on. We're gonna ignore, and let me get back over here and find out. We probably can get that done in a couple days or less and get infiltrated. We'll still have enough time left on this infiltration to get a team of 6 to go out. That's the way I'm gonna play it. So let's just keep scanning over here. Let's get back over to New Australia and continue our scanning.
We are victorious.
Oh, that's handy. All right, so between the smash and grab that'll be coming up and this covert action that just happened, that'll be 2/3 of the way to our 150 for the Psi Lab. So that makes me feel just a little bit better. Let's see if we have anything else interesting. I don't think we're advanced enough. No. Staff Sergeant. I don't think we're advanced enough here. Tech Sergeant. And I don't know if any of these are totally worth it at the moment. 12 ability points is probably the if I had to pick anything, but that requires 3 soldiers. So I'm actually gonna hold off and not do any covert action temporarily, and we'll come back and revisit that soon enough. Let me know if you disagree on my choice there. I have no problem having anybody give feedback on what you think I should have done, what you would have done. We can always talk about our differences of opinion, and maybe we'll come up with the best way for me to do this. I'm here to learn, practice, get better, and hopefully that's why you're watching, to have a little fun and learn a little something too. A lot of it from my mistakes. Let's keep scanning. Another mission. What kind of timer we got? 3 days. And I would love nothing better than get here in our newest haven, West Africa, to be able to gain resistance personnel. We need it, but not with a 3-day timer, so we're going to ignore that one. Oh, and they're just popping out here. What's going on? Another 3-day timer. And this is to start liberating in New Australia. If I had something better than a 3-day timer, you betcha. We're gonna have to pass. Dang it. Okay, and looks like we just stopped. That seems to indicate to me we have a mission over here, and I think I picked the wrong way to go. There we go. We went the long way around. There we are. Infiltrated 100%. I don't think any further infiltration is gonna make a huge bit of difference. So we're going to do on this one to get some intel back in our back pockets here. This is the Savage one with a high concentration of beast-like enemies. So let's get this going. Just a quick review of the team we're taking out. It's the first team we picked at the very beginning of this episode, but I can't even remember far enough back. Let's see. Nikolai, Undertaker, Carpethia is our shinobi. Bondmate Worf is our assault. That's a nice team right there. We got a low-level Jane Kelly gunner. We got a low-level Garth, Sully, DeAngelis as a grenadier to get rid of some, you know, armor. Geordi LaForge is along. I think he's got the AP rounds. That'll help us get through some armor. And then Winston Churchill with his rocket. Hopefully, when we need to get rid of some more armor, he's available also. So that's the team. I don't know if I feel like it's the perfect team for what we got to do, but it's the team we got, and we're going to make it happen. So let's launch this mission. We'll see you down there. All right, Operation Unceasing Chalice. We're headed to a slums district known as Needle Road and Gaborone. Let's get this going.
Menace 1-5. We've got a bead on the Advent data vault near your position. Be advised, self-detonating charges are in place at the target. Move to disarm and extract the package before its contents are destroyed.
All right, we're going to do that. I see the icon up here. Let's go see how far away. It's kind of far away over here. We're going to have to be moving. We got the raised, if that's going to help us or not, I don't know, but we got the raised roadway down in that direction also. And we're starting along this side, and it goes fairly wide out that way. So I think we're going to hug the edge of the map as we move forward. We'll see about getting up high. It's not going to be on that pillar. So if we want access up there, I guess what we're going to look at is going via this roof. So let's get our shinobi. Nikolai, you're the man. You can get farther than anybody with the least amount of detection. Let's get you over here, because that's our goal, is to get up on that raised highway. Of course, if something else presents itself as an opportunity, we will adjust on the fly. We got you as our sharpshooter. We'll get you up, Geordi LaForge. We definitely like the idea of you up high. You got that PCS that helps when you're up high, and that's your best chance to hit, so you don't get your fear of missing happening to you.
All right, let's do it.
We got our grenadier that can get up in this direction.
On the move.
We're just going to get everybody running as fast as we can in the direction we need to go. Our big cannon.
Location confirmed.
Iceman, you're going to have some movement. We're going to keep you kind of near Nikolai so we don't find anybody by accident.
Aye.
And finally, Garth, you with your little boomy grenade thing are a little bit on the pokey side, but we'll see if we can find a way to keep you up with everybody else. Alright, so far, no indicators on anything yet. I hope we don't have any civilians down here besides that lone guy standing there staring at the storage container. He lives an exciting life now, doesn't he? I think we're gonna play it safe since we're outpacing our grenadier anyway. Let's get you up to the edge first.
Voy hacia ese lugar.
And we have no sight, so there's a very good chance everybody's local over here guarding the device, or maybe we're lucky since it's such a wide map. Maybe they're wandering afar. Wouldn't that be nice? I think what we'll do is nobody else is going to be able to get up this high. I want you to take the peak right here to make sure the roadway's clear for us. Let's do it.
Órdenes confirmadas. Marchando.
Okay, so there is some friendlies. Well, friendlies to Advent are up there. We got an officer, an engineer, and a sentry, and they don't look very beast-like to me. So at the moment, I would say that's not a concentration of beastly-like characters, unless they're hiding something I'm not aware of underneath those uniforms. Jeez. Worf. Yeah, we're not going to push you any further than right here for now. We'll get ourselves ready to get up there, or to cut through underneath if they make life difficult for us trying to get up top. Alright, now I got to figure out, well, first of all, it's just a matter of getting everybody as far forward as we can. You as a sharpshooter, I'm still inclined to keep you, I'm inclined to get everybody as close as we can if we decide to get up there. I want people up there, because we aren't going to have a line of sight here anyway from this lower building. So let's just get us close as we can so we can climb to the high ground. That's not ideal. It's not perfect for us. Winston Churchill, let's get you there.
Time to motor.
Jane Kelly. It'd be nicer if you were able to make it one step further, one tile further. We'll bring you here.
Getting it done.
And finally, here's the pokey guy. Let's get you moving. Is there a way? No, well, that gets, yeah, that makes noise. We're going this way.
Copy that.
Alright, have whoever's left that can, like you. You may be the only one, Worf. Let's Overwatch.
I remain vigilant.
Okay, they're coming towards us. Means it's going to be hard for us to get up on the roof, but I don't like the idea of them being up. I call it the roof, but it is the raised highway. So this is where we find out if you have even the ability to move, and you do. Small favors. Problem is, anybody else trying to come up here is going to activate them. So, how do we do this? Let's get you here so you have, depending on how they scamper too, we have no idea how they're going to play the scamper game. We're going to bring you here to keep you as close as possible and start bringing people up and see how they scatter and see if we have enough to take them out. It's not necessarily an easy team. Let's do this first.
En marcha a las coordenadas designadas.
Actually, you know, I probably shouldn't have even moved you that far because I already know how we're going to attempt to activate them. Well, let's get our grenade going. That I brought along to wear away armor from our beast-like enemies that, yeah. You know what I'm saying. So, we're gonna come this way. Right here. I think that's a nice opening. We may lose some loot by doing it this way, but it keeps the car that we're behind safe. Boy, do I really wish we had not moved you first, Nikolai, but I thought of this a little bit too late. Let's go out, let's go live.
Bombs away!
Cover's blown.
Are they going to expose Nikolai? No, they go down low. And guess what? We're down low. We are able to deal with this a little bit. The engineer's way in the back. And the officer is not way in the back. So we're actually not that far away to come over here and flank the officer with you, Winston Churchill. We actually even have an initial shot, only 46% though because of his cover. So let's see if we can keep Nikolai hidden. And hopefully by our advancing here to take these shots, we're not going to activate too much over here. But that's the building where we need to go. So we're coming up here for a flank. Let's make sure that's a flank. Yeah, we're coming up here for a flank on the officer. Obviously I could flame just to take care of both these guys, but since I have Worf in my back pocket, we're going to do it this way.
On the move.
Yeah, I like the odds to hit, although I'm a little concerned about the odds to do enough damage on him. That's just because it's not a laser weapon. I've gotten so used to and so accustomed to laser weapons. We need max damage to kill. We don't get it. In fact, we only grazed. We still have other options. I'm not panicking yet. Not panicking yet. So Jane Kelly, we do have options with you. We'll figure that out soon enough. We're not exposed in a very kind manner right now. Looks like flame would have been the best option, don't you think? Let's see. We're not going to have you move anywhere, Geordi, and I'm not going to have you take the shot. You'll panic on me with these percentages. So here I am. I'm more concerned here about the officer, so we're bringing it right here so we can take our second shot against the officer, and we'll figure out what we can do about the engineer after that. This time, looks like a kill. So I got to remember, I'm getting a little sloppy. Not everybody's carrying a laser weapon. Not everybody is carrying a laser weapon. If we come here, we'll see this guy. We would have the ability to hollow target, potentially. Or we have you to take our shot. It's only 34%, which is not a thrilling prospect.
Moving to position.
34%. I'm thinking about potential suppression, but that doesn't help it if he tries to flashbang us. I have one more option here, but it would reveal us. But since we're to the building we need to get at, or get to, I'm thinking that we can live if you become exposed here, Nikolai. So let's bring you down here to cover. So if somebody is down here that gains sight on us from this movement, at least you have some cover. Flesh. It's time for flesh. And there's some faceless. I saw them in the distance. And they now know we are here. So these were the beasts they talked about. And these beasts are awful damn close, and they're going to do some damage to us because they can. Except I can at least get 2 of them, and you're now the closest right there. So we will take a shot. 100%. A little crit would be nice, don't you think? Alright, at least we did some kind of damage here. Now I kind of wish... Now did we pick up Blade Storm for you? Did we? And your move is over, so it's too late to throw the axe. Let's hope you have Blade Storm, and let's hope... Boy, that's a lot of hoping. Who's left? You. We got 79% there, 79% there. We need to get active on the closest one. I don't think they're just too close that a flashbang to slow them up isn't going to matter. We need to do some damage. Maybe we'll get lucky that they can miss. Let's find out.
On the margins.
Yeah, grazed hit isn't gonna slow them down too much. And that does hurt him, but even that is only a graze. This guy was meant to hit us. And he missed. Can we get lucky twice in a row? Do you know what this guy's gonna do? And he missed. He missed us and killed the other faceless. You're living the charmed life right now. He's close enough for a swipe, isn't he? Oh no, that double move. I think that's a double move. And Blade Master stuns him. So boy, did that work in our favor, or what did we drank the lucky Kool-Aid this morning is what we did. Wow. Wow. Hoo-wee. Double wow. Now we got an active faceless. He's the first one I want to take out. Worf, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do that one. You have the firepower to maybe do it in one shot. Here, I'm so used to Phoenix Point, I'm hitting my F to shoot. Which one? Yeah, this is the one we want to fire against. 100%. You're standing. You're not dazed. You're dangerous. Alright. Melt into the ground. And now we got a dazed guy left. And I'm thinking we need to just take care of him. And I'm thinking if with our conventional weapons, it's going to take a couple shots. You don't see him, Geordi. Or Geordi. I always say Geordi instead of Geordi. I know it's Geordi. That's just something I do. I have many things. I have many somethings that I do. We're going to get you up here, Geordi, so when you eventually are able to get a shot, I think we'll be safe standing you in this position, but let's wait till everybody's had their turn. As far as the stun goes, we're gonna stun them right with you because you can, and then if we need to follow up with a shot, we shall. So let's just do the slash. Okay, now we know next time we see the beast-like kind of things, I don't need to go for shredding power like I was suspecting. I need to go for maximum power weapons that we have, because they have the hit points. So that is what it means. Now we got to get inside here. The device is in here. So what I'm going to do is we can get up to the door. They were over here, and I think that's a safe move as far as not activating anyone. Let's find out.
Órdenes confirmadas. Marchando.
Yeah, so far, so good. We're going to bring our Grenadier as close as we can.
Good to go.
Not going to be a whole lot of Overwatch this turn. We also need to, and I think you can maybe be the one that manages to do it. We're going to get an evac thrown out here. Yeah, I'd say right about there looks good to me.
This is Firebrand. Evac request confirmed. Hold tight.
And that's a good thing. I actually remembered to throw my evac today. We're going to get you down here, Winston Churchill.
Moving out.
And we'll just overwatch you there. And then we will get our sniper and the gunner moved up. The gunner, I want to move you farther, not worrying about Overwatch and such.
On the move!
I want to get you up to the front. Okay, and then Geordi, we're going to get you up high so you have less chance of missing with a shot up here. And hopefully this move doesn't activate a pod, because that is going to give different vision to where you are. Should I play it safe? But I also want you near... Well, we're going to have to move again anyway, so we're going to do it this way.
Here we go.
It's a little safer. If I kept you on the ground, you'd potentially have a shot if the next pod activates, but you have that risk and that fear of missing, so we'll get you up high to give you the best chance to hit. We'll overwatch everybody else at this point. I think everybody else has moved to... Anyone left needs to overwatch.
On Overwatch.
It was just you, Winston Churchill. Alright. Let's peek in here and find out if we have some friends inside here. We didn't hear any sound cues, but you never know.
I've got a visual.
We're close.
And we have some friends on the inside. Trooper, officer, and we saw a little flame power over here with a purifier. So these are definitely some individuals we want to handle sooner rather than later. Now we have our own flame power over here, but we can't count on him burning. That's for sure. Do we want to go for such a close range? We'll have wild scatter with a rocket, but we could possibly do that with Winston Churchill. We also have a running gun available for you. I'm thinking we may do the flesh over here, but one thing we do have by equipping you here, Nikolai, we have a free toss of an axe, and I want to see what your potential is against him. 59%, not as good as you might like. 59, 59. Well, if it's 59 is what we got, 59 is what we're going to take, unless we did something like this. Unless we came down here to get a flank on the purifier. That's a blue move. We could still throw it, right? That's a blue move. We could throw our axe then, probably at a better percent, and then we're still within range to flesh the officer. So let's give it a go.
Me muevo a la posición.
We're not going to do the hacking at this point because we got time. I'm more concerned. I don't want to have that in my turn inadvertently. Well, let's take our free axe throw, and yes, it's much better percent now. In fact, if he didn't have that, we can still have a chance to kill him. Just don't roll minimum. And the purifier threat is gone. Now I'm going to take you out for the flesh, Nikolai, to do a world of hurt on the officer and hopefully just take him down in one go. Killing machine, Nikolai. I guess that's why your nickname at the moment is Undertaker. You just took him under. We're going to bring you in here. We don't even have to run and gun you, Worf. And I think you have the trooper in hand. Easy peasy. Just the way we like it.
Well done, Mr. Wolf.
Alright, everybody else we can bring up to guard the evac site. We've killed 9. That is it. And I don't think we have to worry about reinforcements, but we'll just get up here anyway, just in case the unexpected or that kind of thing happens. Your position is fine. We'll bring you right here.
Heading out.
And we're just going to overwatch everybody and wait for our evac.
Green to go. Eyes peeled.
Scanning.
I'm on it.
Alright, we also now have a chance to run over here. We don't have any specialist to do the hack. I don't even know off the top of my head who has the best hacking score of anybody. Nikolai, we'll just give it to you.
Estoy en marcha.
You did a lot for us on this mission, and you had the luck to not get killed by the Faceless. So let's see if you have the luck to do a good hack for us.
Mirar no cuesta nada.
29% for a small supply cache, or 15% 2 new rebels to join the Haven. This particular Haven, not really needing any new rebels. But any supplies right now, we're supply starved, can't hurt. So we're going for the supplies. We need that more than rebels at the moment. No, well. It was fun to think about.
Estoy dentro.
Okay, there's our data cache. And
The charges are inactive and the package is secure. Eliminate any remaining hostiles near the AO.
well, we have no more remaining hostiles that I'm aware of. We're all just going to take some cover and wait for the evac. Everybody will, well, you can steady, and then everybody else will overwatch.
Got it covered.
Moving to Overwatch.
We will be ready for him.
And we got our last turn. We're just going to take it so we can evac.
This is Firebrand. It's time to go.
All right, let's get out of here, guys.
I'm on it.
Voy a ello. I'm on it.
I understand.
Aye, aye.
That's all of us. 6-6 right there. Let's get going.
Up and away.
This is Firebrand. Package is secure. All XCom operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
All right, flawless. That worked very well. It looked like it was going to be anything but flawless when the Faceless surprised us. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We got lucky. That chalice was a lucky chalice for us. Let's see. Can we back up? We want this. If we take this shot. Not, we'll get a new location. Well, that's got us all in. Right there. I like it. We're going with it. Kill the alien. Mercy is a sign of weakness.
Even now, our enemy lurks in the shadows, plotting to destroy all we have built, to return us to the chaos of the old world. Only together can we oppose them. United in the Elders' love for us, we shall prevail, no matter the cost.
Alrighty. So we got a new record here for something. Damage per attack. So didn't feel like it, especially with our conventional weapons. But what do you know? We'll take anything we can.
The aliens are probably still wondering what hit them. Let's keep it up, Commander.
All right, good news. We got a promotion for our technical Winston Bulldog Churchill, although I don't think he has his nickname yet. Let's keep going. Expanded magazine we found and a scope. Both of those sellable at some point because they're basic level. They're nothing special. But if I have a need for them, it's better than not having anything. But at some point, we'll be able to upgrade from those. What we're going to do right now, because we want that other mission, that other smash and grab. So what we'll do is I'm going to stop right here. And the way we'll start next mission is to introduce or go down there and get the team ready that's going to go out for that, now that we know we have a team available. And then we should have another mission, I believe it's up in West Africa, that's very quick to come up, and that'll be the actual next mission. We fight it out, try to grab some attention from Advent, maybe somehow start drawing them away from southern Chile so we can get back to business down there, especially on our liberation chains. Without so much strength to deal with. So that's the hope, that's the cross our fingers kind of thing. And then at the same time, we got to keep pushing our supplies, because we got the Scilab to build, we got a radio tower I'd like to build in West Africa, so we can make sure we're ready to have a chain to get up to the black site when we need to start pushing that. So there's a lot that needs to happen still. There's no time to rest, even though we just had a nice little mission here. So this is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.